Hello, my name is Alea Greilich, and today I will be informing you all on why oral health is so important. And I'm going to first start off with a quote from Miguel de Cervantes that says, "Every tooth in a man's head is more important than a diamond," which is very true because enamel is the hardest substance in the body, and nothing can really replace that, not gold or amalgam or porcelain or silver or implants. Nothing can replace the natural structures of the tooth. So first I'm going to talk about how oral health is good for your health. So good oral hygiene actually helps prevent oral diseases like periodontal disease, which is one of the worst diseases that you can get in the mouth. Of course, there's all kinds of other infections, but that is one of the worst because it progresses to the point where you actually lose your teeth. And, no one wants to be walking around looking like grandma at a very young age. So, and it also also prevents health diseases like cardiovascular disease. You can actually get that from not cleaning your teeth, and the bacteria that's on your teeth can get into your bloodstream, travel to the arteries in your heart, and actually cause anterior sclerosis, which is the hardening of plaque in your arteries, which in turn makes your blood pressure decrease, and then you're at an increased risk of heart attack and a stroke. And also, that being said, that bacteria can also find its way into your actual heart and cause inflammation and infection of the inner heart lining, which is endocarditis. And another disease is dementia. The bacteria in your mouth can actually travel from either your blood to your brain or through your nerves to your brain and cause dementia. And then also it can cause respiratory infections like pneumonia, which is caused by breathing in a lot of that bacteria that's in your mouth. Just imagine breathing in bacteria that's in your mouth and it's making its way into your lungs, and that can cause an infection. And it also causes diabetic complications. If you're already a diabetic, it can make it harder to regulate your blood sugar. Caries is actually cavities. That's what we use in the dental world. It's caries, but it's cavities. And cavities form from plaque. Plaque turns into calculus tartar, and then tartar turns into caries. Plaque is actually bacteria that is adhered to your teeth. I mean, everyone has plaque all the time because plaque forms very rapidly. The only way to stop plaque from forming is to literally brush your teeth 24/7. That is the only way that you're not going to have plaque. So plaque is okay, but too much plaque from not brushing and flossing your teeth can cause calculus, which calculus is the hardening of plaque, and it's very porous, which allows more plaque to come in, and it just builds up and builds up until eventually you get a cavity, which is tooth decay, which is like a little hole in your tooth, which is not good because your teeth are supposed to be solid and intact. So flossing is very important because if you do not floss, you're actually missing about 40% of that plaque, and it's staying in there, and that is another reason why you get periodontal disease. Periodontal disease is mainly interproximal, in between your teeth, which is periodontal disease is the loss of ligaments and bone in your mouth, and ligaments wrap around your tooth to keep them into their socket, and once you start losing that, then your teeth are just like flopping in there, and you're going to eventually lose your teeth. There is actually no cure for periodontal disease, but there are procedures that can keep it from escalating to the point where you're actually losing teeth like that. There's surgeries and deep cleanings and everything like that, but They are not fun, trust me. We have patients that come in all the time, and it is not fun to get a deep cleaning or these surgeries. So make sure that you're flossing to prevent periodontal disease, because once you have it, there's no going back. A good diet is a way to prevent these oral health problems, and taking a whole bunch of water, and limiting carcinogenic foods, karyogenic food. Sorry, karyogenic food. What karyogenic means, food that excuse me, food that causes cavities. Sorry, I just blinked out there. But food that causes cavities, which is food that is high in sugar and acid, sticky foods like gummy worms, gummy bears, fruit snacks, stuff like that, which causes the plaque, and the plaque turns into calculus, and the calculus turns into caries. So there you go. And another thing to help prevent these cavities is fluoridated toothpaste and fluoridated mouthwash, because fluoride helps to re-strengthen the enamel to cause those holes that are kind of forming in your teeth from all that nasty food to go ahead and re-harden and remineralize. And limiting all of that sugar and all of that stuff will help. And actually chewing sugarless gum after eating that will help to get saliva produced, because saliva is the best way to help mineralize, because saliva actually has a whole bunch of phosphates and calcium in it, which is a good food to help remineralize those teeth. So and also limiting limiting your karyogenic foods to one whole intake instead of a lot of snacking throughout the day. So I hope you guys learned something from this, and thank you for listening to me.